Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the sim. Today we are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course, back in the 777. We are here at FLYTAMPA Amsterdam in the beautiful KLM orange Dutch Pride livery. You can get this livery on the flightsim.to website. It is a real world livery and it looks fantastic. They've got some nice weather effects and it's really nice. It's 8K as well. We are here sat at gate Golf 8 on this pier here, and we are going to be embarking on the longest flight I've done in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are KLM 895. We're taking off from Amsterdam Schiphol, and we are going to be flying the very long 10.5-hour flight to Shanghai Pudong International Airport in China. So first flight from first flight in the 777 with KLM. Also first time on the sim going to China. We have a long night of flying to do. Arrival time of I'm going to do this overnight. At the moment it's 11 o'clock UK. Should be taking off at about 11:30, and the flight doesn't arrive until 10:04 the next morning. We are sat on the ground here at Amsterdam, and we're going to be uploading approximately 100 tons of fuel. I think that's the most I've ever taken on a flight as well. We're going to be really heavy, and the routing today is absolutely massive. For political reasons, of course, our routing today takes us absolutely on a bus stop tour of Europe, the Middle East, Central Asia, and then finally China. I'll show you more when we get in the EFB. So for now, let's get this aircraft started. So in the cold and dark state that you can set by just going into the menu page here, and then PMDG setup and cold and dark with GPU. So we'll go battery on. We'll confirm that the landing gear is down. The alternate flap button is disarmed and the flaps are up. And we can go primary external power and secondary external power, and the aeroplane will come to life slowly. We will get the ADIRUs on, the cabin and passenger utilities on, emergency lights can come on, window heats can come on, and the seatbelt signs can come on now. Full fuel pump for in a second when we get the APU started, and now that is that all set up. We'll jump down into the FMC, or not the FMC, sorry, the UFT, and this is our routing today. So while we wait for the aircraft to load up, I'll show you the routing. So we're going to be taking off here from Amsterdam. We're going to be departing off 24 on the ARNS 3 Sierra Yankee, and then that will take us easterly out of the Netherlands over Germany, sort of the Balkans, Romania, over the Black Sea, Turkey, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. It's struggling to load it all actually, as you can see. There's a lot of routing for it to load. Over here, then into, what is this here? Is this India or? Oh no, so over China. It just shows you how big China is. The whole length of China, and then into Shanghai, arriving at the moment on 17 left. So we've got a very long flight ahead of us. So what we'll do now is we have the ground services all loaded from here. We'll go into the flight bag, so weather's down there is fine as well, and we'll jump into the FMC. So we are going to wait for the aircraft to start up a bit more, and the frames, I'm getting it really nice here at Amsterdam. This aircraft is really good on frames. And we'll go FS actions, fuel. So we're taking 100 tons. 100 tons. And the payload we're going to be taking is 201.4. Why's that done that then? Is that the payload? Might be different on here. Is it set into... oh, it's pounds, that's why. Okay, right, let me just change that then. That's why it's causing me a bit of a problem. PMDG just set up options, simulation, and they should be in here somewhere. Maybe not this one, is it? Performance? Okay, is it aircraft? Displays? Ah, there you go. Kilograms. And Celsius. Is it Celsius for? Yeah. No problem. Okay. So then we're going to go to F sections. Fuel 100. And payload of 201.4. There you go. So that is better. That looks more like it now. And we'll go FMC. Cars in it. We are at EHAM. Confirm the gate is Golf 8. And we'll go like that. Go route, request. That is our route request there. I'm not going to set these. I've just done them. I've added some extra fuel as well, so we'll just select route. That will take a couple of minutes to load this massive route up. And we'll wait for that to come across now. There you go. So that's come across. It's given us all the forecasts as well now. We'll clear all those. And we'll load the route. That's uploading. Like I said, we're going to depart off runway 24 here today. We'll get automatic to RTO, pop the screen there as well. 24, and that's loaded, and our departure today takes us out of runway 24. And we're going to be on the ARMS 3, that one there. When it loads, that looks good to me, and we'll execute that. And our arrival today is going to be, well, I know it's 10 hours away, but I'll plug in an arrival just so we get an updated time of arrival and fuel. But at the moment it's saying ILS Zulu 17 left on the SAS 81 Alpha. And that is going to be via, let me just check the charts. The PD201 transition. Execute that, and what we'll do now is we'll go to plan, keep it 20 miles, and we'll have a step through this mammoth route. So departure looks fine, and then we're going to go on a bus stop tour of Europe, Central Asia, really handy this little feature to get the route plugged in for you. And then into the arrival, and yeah, up onto the arrival there, no problem. That looks lovely and correct to me. So we'll go left flight director, right flight director. We'll go into 1,000, I think it's 4,000 feet, the stop altitude of this SID. Legs, it's not popped up yet. Oh yes it has, so no it has not. We'll leave that for a second, then we'll go up to 4,000. and then what we'll do now is we'll go init reference, we'll accept the performance that it's going to give us. We'll go 0 fuel weight, pop that in there. It's going to cruise us first at 330. We're going to thrust limit, go back to our performance calculator at Schiphol. We're going to be departing off runway 24. Input the locomotive with really heavy, and look at those V speeds: 180 knots, 41 selected temperature, flat 5 though, so 41. Pop that in there, and it wants us to do takeoff 1 at 41. There you go. So it's giving us 94.0, 93.7 M1, but when we get the engines running, I think that'll change, and then our takeoff today is going to be flat 5 with a trim of 550. That's fine, and the V speeds are 180, 176 and 171. They're all perfect, so we'll plug 180 into the speed window here. And we'll get our nav VNav engaged. Right, we'll get the APU started, and we'll sync up the headings as well. And what we'll do now is the weather in Amsterdam is 1009 is the QNH. So we'll change that now to 1009. Lovely, and that should do it on both sectors. We'll pop the iPad back there, and what we'll do now is we'll give us some fixed rings. So EHAM, just for situational awareness, because there's no fixed rings or range arcs on here, so we'll go flat /5. That's just we've got to turn before 5 miles, and then /10 from the airfield. Then we'll go runway 17 left /5 /10 /115. And if you want to know why I do the slashes here, so /5 is when I want to be fully configured, the minimum distance for the runway. Then /10 is the minimum distance I want to start configuring, so we'll get configured before then with flat 5 or flat 1. That's the minimum distance before I need to be configured, and 115 is when we should be descending, and that's just for situational awareness reasons, just to show that we are coming up to descent when I'm away from the computer screen. And then what we'll do is it's saying, because of terrain on the way to Shanghai, that there is a terrain escape maneuver airport, which is ZWWW, and the fixed ring for that will be 120. Oh no, /200, sorry. And then we should be able to see that on the route later, and that just gives us a situation awareness when we're flying over the close to the Himalayan mountains. That's the airport if we do need to divert over there to not descend by the mountains. Right, so we'll external power can come off now. All the fuel pumps can come on. And since my last video in this aircraft, I have watched a couple more tutorials by 320-SIM pilot, who's a 787 rated first officer, and he says to start this one, then when the fault light goes out you can start the rest. So we'll turn on the electrics here, and then we won't start these until we're pushing back. And then what I can do now is we can do the checklist. So starting the checklist, we have oxygen has been chested, flight insurance altimeters, and the parking brake is going to be set now. Normal. Flight deck door is closed. MCP is checked. We have 180 indicated airspeed, 240 on the heading, and 4,000 feet moved in. Takeoff speed, so we are going to be going V1 171, VR 176, V2 180. We have a flat 5 departure, 41 degrees selected temperature, D reactor, takeoff 1, and centre of gravity is 27%, and we are 5.5 on trim. Trim is set to 5.5. That'll be done after we get the hydraulics ready. Now, taxi briefing for runway 24, so I need to have a look at this myself because I'm not used to Amsterdam. I don't fly out of here often, but we're on Golf 8, which is this pier here, and we're going to runway 24, which is, where is 24? 24, okay, so no problem. So what we're going to be doing is, if we look on the chart here, so I can show you guys lock position. So we're going to be pushing back onto Alpha 17. We're going to turn right here on Alpha. Alpha, we're going to take it all the way to past. No, sorry, we're going to turn right at Alpha here. Follow it round like that. And this is the runway here. So we're going to go via Alpha, keep on Alpha. Yeah, so it's just Alpha all the way down. Just follow Alpha, and then we'll go on the runway at Sierra 7 Echo. That'll be us there. So it's Alpha all the way around to Sierra 7 Echo, and we'll go full length. So that's our taxi briefing done, and we can pop that, and we just need to wait for the beacon light. So I'm happy to get this flight ready to rock and roll. So what we'll do now is we will go into our ground equipment. I'm going to go door management, close all, or do I need to get rid of release all? Release the ground power. Opening. I've clicked open all on accident. Close all. Closing arm, and then we'll arm them all. Arm all the doors, and we'll remove the chocks as well. And we'll go into the control menu here. We'll go to ground services, and we'll back to ground services, ground, and then request jetway disconnection. And beacon light can come on now, and that is the checklist complete. So we're just going to do the engine start page there, and we'll request pushback, pre-planned pushback. And very simple pushback today out of this pier, and I'll request pushback, and we'll wait for them to connect. So beacon light is on. Let's get the demand pumps on, and these on as well. So legs on that page, I'm happy to do so. Release parking brake, and pushback should start. And there you go, there is pushback. So what we'll do is we'll give it a minute to clear the sort of the gated area here. It's a big aeroplane with big engines, so you want to make sure you're really clear of anything before you start them. We're in no rush anyway, we've got an 11-hour flight ahead of us. Right, so I think we're clear enough now, so start on the right hand side and we'll throw the fuel in. And we can watch engine number 2 start there. And that is engine number 2 starting nicely there. That's stabilised now, the red line's just disappeared. And the starter cutout has just clicked. So we'll wait until we're lined up and I'll set parking brake. There you go, pushback complete, set the parking brake. Jump back into the overhead, left engine start now. Jump down, throw the fuel in, and we'll watch that start from here as well. And that is engine number 1 starting now. So there is the stabiliser line, and it's stabilised the engine, so that has started nicely. And there's the cutout there. Very nice, right, okay. Lovely. So I'll wait for that to start. I'm just going to make sure I have no, not here. PMDG setup. Failures. Is it the equipment now? Option simulation. Where's system-based failures? I want them off. Ah, yeah, they're all off anyway. Lovely. Okay, so that's the engines all started. So what we'll do is APU can come off, tactile light can come on. We're going to go flaps 1 and 5. Flight control check now. Our trim is 550, so we'll get that all plugged in. There you go. And flaps are coming down to 5 now. And we have 5 green light, so we'll go 4 right, neutral, 4 left, neutral, 4 forward, neutral, 4 back, neutral now, 4 left on the rudders, back to neutral, and 4 right on the rudders. Neutral, all flight controls are free and correct, so we'll go back to the checklist and we'll go anti-ice not required, recall checked, auto brake, RTF, flight controls checked, ground equipment clear, normal, flaps are 5, and it's the after takeoff checklist. We can clear the checklist, plug the lower DU, get rid of the parking brake as well. Taxi on forward. So we'll make a right turn here and then just follow it around all the way around to 24. So we have everything basically set up. There is no restriction, is there? No. Oh, so 11,000. Right, level 3. No, so we can go straight up to 330 if we like, which we will do. So I'm assuming, because my charts are a bit nav on here, all these aircraft are fine. Fine there. Just wanted to make sure we had the wing clearance. Not used to taxiing such a big aircraft round. Going a bit fast there on the taxi though. That's cabin ready. Lovely. And then we'll follow it round where my mouse is going around here. And runway 24 is just down there. We're actually getting really good performance for FLYTAMPA. Don't know what I've done to my systems or setting, but since SIM update 15 and a couple of tweaks, the sim's been running really nice, really nice. What I'll do now is I think I'll turn onto the shorter taxiway. We'll turn left here and join this one. It's 24. So we'll slow it right down. You can't underestimate how wide this aeroplane is wingtip to wingtip. You have to taxi it very slowly and carefully to make sure you don't hit anything. Just to confirm that this is runway 24 ahead. We are... yeah. So we should be coming into view very shortly on the map here. Yeah, there we are. So not the first left. So we're going to sort of skib our way around here and then line up runway 24 here. So lights on, and let's get out of here. So everything's ready, recall's been checked, checklist has been complete. Slow down a bit. I think, is it below 12 knots the main gear steering is enabled? I think it's that speed, so it stops the scrubbing. Right, okay, here we are. Hold it there. I'll set the parking brake as well so we can have a little look outside. Really, really nice. Right, release the parking brake. Stable, push turbo, set takeoff thrust, speeds aligned, 80 knots, P1, there's rotate, and up we go, positive rate gear up, really heavy, didn't want to come off the ground, really. There's that fly-by-wire system, kicking in nicely there, flies really nice when it's in the air. It's just a bit weird because the scenery is so heavy, and for some reason when we start speeding up it lags a bit more. Then when you try and fall back, especially in the PMDG aircraft, I've noticed it sticks to the floor a bit more, so we're up anyway. Flat 1, speed check, flat 1. Still flying the aircraft. There we are, levelling off. 3,000. Autopilot 1 in. Standard pressure. Really struggling to gain speed here. We are really, really heavy. We are just over flat 1 speed, but we're very close to it, so I'm going to keep it there for set flat 1. What's this next speed restriction? 250, so this is 250, what we'll do, we'll clean up the flaps. There's the flaps coming in. Holding 250 nicely now. Saying goodbye to the Netherlands. But actually I forgot to start the clock. Oh no, my clock, there you go. And then let's make sure we have, so I'm going to sleep, auto step climb on, probably. Oh. Doesn't like being zoomed out that much. There you go. That's a nice distance. 8,000, sorry now. Everything looks fine. Climbing up quite nicely now actually. And of course when we get to 10,000 the nose will lower and we'll accelerate up to our climb speed. So, going through nearly 10,000, the lights can come off. And seatbelt lights can come off now. And we are well on our way to Shanghai. There's the acceleration speed. It's going to climb up now. Bit of minor turbulence there. And saying goodbye to the Amsterdam area. We're just about to reach climb speed. All the lights are off, seatbelts are off. That is us done. So guys, I will leave you now with some climbing cruise highlights. I'll get back to you with an update just before we start ascent, and then finally restart the video. We are a lot closer to Shanghai in around 10 hours. flight. We are now well into our descent into Shanghai. For the past hour, since I woke up, we have been dodging some major storms around sort of Wuhan and that area of China. I'll leave the time lapse in, but the weather radar really did help. So we had to sort of route ourselves away from the weather, and we're now back on course. We've had to change runway as well, so we are now arriving on 16 left on the ILS Zulu 16 left instead of 17. They've changed. Then there's still a bit of weather around, but nothing too much. We have elected to go flap 25, order brake 3. Seatbelt signs are on, and what we'll do now is we'll get not the lights on, sorry, that way all. Going through 18,000, we'll go and get the latest weather. So the arrival, we'll go that. So, showers, it's wet, but it's not too bad. On the wind, it's 26 degrees, fuel at 1600. It's okay. What we'll do is 1007. I don't know what transition altitude in China is. I'm assuming it's going to be 18,000 because of the mountains, high terrain, sort of this part of Asia. So we go QNH. Can we set to 1007? We'll go checklist, descent checklist. Recall. Checked. Checked. Auto brake 3. Landing data and reference. 146 plus 5 is 151. Minimums today will be 175. Right, okay, 175, that is checked. Approaching briefing complete. Very simple. We're going to follow this little route round and join a quite long ILS onto runway 216 left, sorry. Taxiing as well, and off is left, no, right, sorry, off of 16 and into the terminal building on the right hand side. Normal altimeters have been changed to 1007 both sides, lovely. And we are now about to start the landing checklist shortly. So it might want a little bit of speed brake, will help it out. Speed's coming back nicely now. And bring the speed brake in now. And there is lovely China down below. Wonder what airport that is there. Right, we'll go flight level change 140. We're a bit high, I haven't realised we're high. We'll go level change, speed brake, and we'll let it descend. We'll get the landing lights on now. Logo like a con as well, so it's a bit foggy. There is the Shanghai below. First time flying in this part of the world, it's been really nice, it's been apart from the weather. What I'll do actually now as well is we'll go direct Papa Delta 201. Like that, there you go. Beautiful, right. I need a bit of speed brake out again. Go 220 on the speed as well. So we can lose a bit of descent right as well now. Get 1500 feet in a minute. And speed brake can be stowed. That's nice there. I'm just watching the speed it is. Let's run away again. Cabin ready, thank you. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go down to 210. Flat 1 speed check, flat 1. We'll get them extended and hopefully the aircraft will slowly start bringing its speed back. And there's Shanghai down there, really nice. Go 205, or 200, sorry. Keep it at 200. And we'll pop a little bit of speed brake out as well now, help the plane out again. And lose a bit of descent rate as well. Pop speed brake away, and hopefully now it should stay at that speed. And there's the right turn. What we'll do now is we'll go flat 5. Flat 5 coming out now, and we'll go 180 knots. Alarm approach, approach arm. Flat 5 is out now. And right on the end of the runway we do have to go around, but it's quite fun. There's a big cell there and a big cell over here as well. That's fine, we'll just look out for them in the event of a go around. What I'll do now is I'll arm the speed brake. Runway's going into sight now. Still 13 miles. Oh, look at that with a nice rainbow, that's nice. I'll have a quick look outside. That looks stupid. I'll take a screenshot. we're about to intercept the glide slope. We've levelled off, that's alright. Glide slope's about to be captured anyway. There you go. 5,000 is the around. What I forgot to do is fix info. I've got to update rings here because we changed runway. There you go, that's more central. And we are on glide slope now. And flat 50. Speed checked. And we'll go. Yeah, we'll go 160. Lovely, this aeroplane is absolutely fantastic. It flies really nice, they've really outdone themselves. Right, gear down. Flap 20. Now 151. Flap 25. And we'll wait for the flaps to get down to 25. And that is the landing checklist complete. So a blank checklist. And we are fully configured for our arrival. So, we've got land 3. 50 there. I think it's time to do a bit of hand flying. So the wind, it's got a crosswind from the right. So keeping that nose sort of right hand side. You want to be upwind of the runway.
1,000.
It's a payware scenery as well. It's on the Microsoft Flight Simulator store page. It was £22 British, but I think it's worth it. It's a really nice airport, and the scenery developer I've seen does Hong Kong and then another one, Beijing I think. So I'll be getting those very soon because with the 777 we'll be able to enjoy it more. Bit of wind shear there, felt like. Plane sort of fell out of the sky. There you go, keeping on glide. There you go, there's a bit of wind change as well. It's now gone to headwind. Getting a bit low.
300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes up, reverse green, decel. We missed the high speed I wanted to take, no problem. Slowing down nicely now though. And we are safely down into Shanghai. What a really enjoyable flight. Fantastic from the PMDG again. Really good FPS as well. for a long haul flight, usually my system sort of tanks itself. What an enjoyable flight. And we are safely off onto the right hand side here. So now what we can do, get the APU started, flaps, speed brake can come in now. Yeah, the wind on that arrival was quite nice actually. It's I don't know if PMDG have done something with the sort of flight model, but it felt a bit like X-Plane then with the constant wind shifts. It's really, really, really good. I'm going to take this right here. So we're not on VATSIM, so we'll just cross runway. Yeah, I think this is 16 right. Yeah, and this scenery developer, their textures are really, really nice. I think these are the best textures apart from FLYTAMPA's Athens I've seen. Looks really, really nice. I'll have to link their stuff in the video description, because when I loaded into the scenery to have a look around, it was very, very nice. And the frames are really good as well for a massive scenery like this. And our terminal is down there, so lights can come off now. Strobe light, keep taxi light on, sorry. And taxi on down here. So I don't know how to get the elapsed timer on. I thought there would have been a. Is it the push? No. I don't know how to get the timer up to see how long the flight was. Oh well. That's fine. I do know, because I was checking at the time, so it was meant to land, we took off on time as well, we were meant to land at 10:10, it's now 11:15, so we are a bit late. That might have been the weather diversion. And my minimum reserve fuel, so PMDG did say that their fuel burn model was within 0.3% of what the sim brief one was, and I've updated my flight plan here, and it says we should be landing with a minimum of minimums 12.2. So actually, yeah, banging on nearly, and we've had that little diversion as well. So that was really good. Really, really good. That's the updated one there, because I changed the runway. So we'll have a look in here if it still lets me. So 11.8, sorry, reserves 7.1. Oh, so we've got plenty, even with that little diversion. Turn the weather radar off now as well. It is a real pleasure to have a really nice long-haul aircraft in the sim. I'm sure you're all enjoying it the same as I am. And I'm really pleased with the performance. I was a bit worried about my system and the performance on long hauls, but I don't know what they've done with the aircraft, but I've been flying to some of the biggest, most intensive sceneries I've got, and I have not had a single stutter or freeze. I mean, that London Heathrow scenery on my last video, that's one of my worst sceneries for performance. And my flight from there to Dubai was really nice. So I don't know what they've done. But if I was flying this route in, say, the Phoenix, I know you can't do it, but if it wasn't the Phoenix, unfortunately, it'd be a lot worse. A lot worse. Right, so the APU is on. Turn the logo light off, we don't need that. And if I am correct, we have, what gate are we going on? So any of the heavy stands on the right side, or no, the terminal 2 departures, so this terminal here is where we're going to park. Anywhere. Yeah, so we'll take a left in and we'll just take a suitable stand that can fit this heavy on. Right, we'll get the checklist up. And we'll swing it round again. And let's have a little look at an outside view map in so we'll go from the side here. Yeah, go to 77. I'm going to take this line. So what I'll do now, tact like a command, we don't want to blind the ground crew. And swing a left in here. Slow it right down. And we'll call it a day around there. Is that correct? Oh yeah, perfect. Right. So parking brake set, engine cut-offs, set parking brake, hydraulic panel, you can go to off. Fuel pumps now are off as well. We'll check this override. Yeah, normal and secure we don't need to do. So welcome down to Shanghai. What a fantastic flight that was. We get the ground equipment set up as well. So we'll set chocks, ask for the doors to be disarmed. We'll request jetway connection, we'll request ground power, aft cargo, bulk cargo, forward cargo, lavatory service, portable water, maintenance van, and we'll have a look outside of that all connecting. And welcome down to Shanghai. We're about 30 minutes late, but that's no problem. And what a beautiful flight it was, in a lovely KLM livery as well. Like I said, you can get this on the FLYTAMPA website. It's one of the better ones I've seen. The only problem with the FLYTAMPA website is before the aircraft come out, there was a lot of liveries for the aircraft already, but they were dreadful. Like there was a British Airways one which was just not very good, so I had to use the default one, but this is excellent. And the scenery as well, as you can see, the textures and the performance as well for an airport this size. I'm getting great performance. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a bit of a long one. We might jump back into something different after these two long calls, just to keep it fresh. But thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.